I noticed in the other show
Yeah.
that it was like he was going to fall down.
Ah.
But then the show was great.
Sol en Luna TV. Hola Sol Lunatics. Bienvenidos a Sol en Luna TV.
Yo soy Sol.
Y yo soy Luna, and today we're here to react to Filipinos who made Pinoys proud, number 3.
Yes. I'm gonna be talking weird this week because I have the flu and my nose is congested, so I'm gonna be sounding like a robot and like having no energy at all. Sorry.
That's right.
Sorry in advance, guys.
We don't know if
Please.
she catch the flu or we don't know if it's the smog that is going
Probably.
on
I
in
don't
the
know.
Philippines. So yeah, I'm gonna take you out of this game because it's gonna drain your battery. Before we react to this, guys, remember to subscribe to this channel, activate the bell, and also like this video, share and comment so the algorithm can recommend it to more people. Sometimes I forget English, happens all the time. So now let's watch the video.
Yes.
Like African and you'll be all right. Well, Reyes, what can you say? His mind was like Einstein's, you know? He had the greatest ability to think and see a shot that no one else could see.
The zigzag shot.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Do you believe he was going to make that shot?
I thought he was, I'm sure he was just trying to hit it, and he made it, but the way he kicked at it, he had another way to kick at the ball, and I still to this day don't understand why he kicked that way. He could have kicked the other way, but he kicked the way he could win.
Yes, he did.
Who is this? I had no idea.
A head scratcher, but a genius.
Oh, that's like a real good one.
What?
Toothless, but the most dangerous.
What? Is that even possible?
He made the ball make curves.
Wow.
His legend was so famous that some aspiring pool players had all their teeth removed just to replicate his success.
Oh wow.
Decision ako nung anong yun na magpabunot din ng ngipin para masabing
Wow.
But
so
that's-
he initiated a cult.
And I guess it worked. Meet the magician, Efren Bata Reyes. He was born and raised in Pampanga. He's the 5th child among 9 siblings. It was quite a big family to keep afloat, so at age 5, his dad brought him along to Manila to have a better income to support them. Efren was a shy kid growing up and struggled to interact with kids his age, so instead of playing outside, he worked as a spotter and a janitor at his uncle's billiards hall called Lucky 13. He made it his home as he played billiards all day and slept on the pool table every night. This is when he started gambling at a very young age. He was so young that he was too short to reach the pool table, so he would stack some Coke cases just to make some of his shots. This was when he got the nickname Bata to distinguish him from an older Efren who also played pool in their hall. As Efren continued playing, he kept rapidly improving until he beat every player in their hall. So at age 21, his uncle started bringing him along to bigger money matches. The Hustler movie was very popular at the time, so gambling at different pool halls was a thing and Efren was beating everybody. There was a time when he went to Clark Air Base to literally farm dollars from American soldiers.
Wow.
Because of this, his name had become a terror in pool halls and he started running out of opponents. So his income from gambling started to run dry. He had no choice but to work for a local comic printing press which paid him only 90 pesos or $2 a month. Obviously, he wasn't satisfied with how much he was making, so in just less than a year, he went right back into playing billiards. In 1975, Efren started planning a trip to the US to play against American pool players. But an American sports writer apparently had been taking notice of him while he was beating everybody. This writer went back to the US and informed their best pool players that a new threat is emerging. His name is Efren Reyes.
Oh my god.
Because of this, the Americans were able to scout him and found out about his reputation, so this ruined Efren's plan to hustle American players for money. For those who are confused, hustling is kind of similar to smurfing in video games. It's like a mythic player playing in the Grandmaster rank in Mobile Legends to farm easy wins. In Efren's case, he wanted to farm wins which translate into dollars to support his family. In order to counter that obstacle, he decided to take on an alias, Cesar Morales.
Oh
This allowed
wow.
him to
No, but He really is a hustler. Like, he's not gonna let this affect him. But he realized on time that this was happening. Like, nobody wants to play with me. I already have a reputation. So, now I'm gonna go with this nickname. Okay.
Every one of them, billiard hall after billiard hall. He left a trail of destruction, leaving each opponent demoralized, not knowing what hit them. Like, I swear, his story almost sounds like a backstory of an OP anime sensei who looks like a joke but when in action, transforms into some kind of a forbidden folklore beast. Anyway, his hustling days continued in the 80s until he discovered the big money tournaments. He entered under his alias and went on to win his first ever tournament as Cesar Morales. This gained him instant fans. But when he was asked to sign one of those autographs, he accidentally exposed his identity because he subconsciously wrote his real name. And because of this, his hustling days were over, so he focused on playing and dominating tournaments under his real name. He quickly earned the nickname The Magician because of his aggressive style of play and shot selections that no one, even the greatest pool players, dared to attempt, especially in high-pressure situations.
Wow, I thought he was gonna put it in the middle hole, but it was like, ooh.
No, because if he does that, then he lost. Because
yeah, but if you see that, you think that's what's gonna happen. Like, why is he playing to that hole?
In high-pressure situations.
You have to be very precise.
Yes.
Attempting those shots is one thing, but making them consistently just puts the man in a league of his own.
Watch the 9. Look at the 9! Look at the 9!
Wow.
Just like this one. Efren was just a bystander and some younger professional players playing pool were taking too long in planning their next shot, so they handed over the cue stick to Efren. They had no idea that Efren already saw the shot from a mile away. He did it with his bag on his back and a hanky on his hand. Here are more examples.
A key?
Okay.
Was it?
So Efren looking up.
What?
Excuse me, I need to see this again.
It's the zigzag, like he calculates all the angles.
So he calculates, if I just hit it here, in this area, this is going to go here, and then from here is going to go here, and then from here is gonna go... What? What's happening? Yeah, okay, from here is gonna go here, and from here is gonna hit this, and then this one is gonna go here. Like...
Okay.
Oh my God.
What impresses me the most is that anyone could have just done this white to this click
or this ping.
Right? Yeah, something like that. Like that's what the common eye see. Like, okay, yes,
wait,
I'm
this
gonna
is
try
not
to
the white.
hit it.
No, the white
that's
is
not the white.
around
Okay.
here.
Let
me see which one was the game.
Look,
Okay,
it was there. It was there. So like you could have tried to hit
that one directly.
One or, yeah.
But it's not only that, it's like the mastery of not hitting any of the balls by mistake and ruining the whole game.
Yeah.
But watching this guy play is like a whole spectacle. It's a show.
Yeah.
You go to get entertained.
Yeah, like the magician. Like when you
it's
to watch a magician.
It's a show.
Wow. And what I like the most is his smile, crazy smile.
Yeah. He's like,
when he finishes.
He's like kidding, like he just...
Aside from these amazing shots, Efren is also the author of the greatest shot in pool history. He was playing against one of the greatest pool players at the time, Earl Strickland. The match was very close as they were tied at 12 racks each in a race to 13
Wow.
match. Whoever wins the rack becomes the champion. Strickland did the break to pocket the 2 ball, then attempted to pull off a safety play, hiding the 1 ball behind the 7 and 8 ball, but he failed to do so Efren took advantage. He then handled business as usual.
Ooh, does he hit these shots good? Perfectly hit.
But not until the 5 ball became the object ball.
A little bit. Just a little bit, I said. What? He didn't have to do that. You see what I'm talking about?
That's right. Now,
why did he do that?
He got himself into trouble because the 6 ball was slightly blocking it. But instead of doing a safety play, Efren did this.
Oh, no, he didn't. Watch the 8. Watch the 8.
Oh, my goodness.
Strickland said,
Oh,
you
my
can have that
goodness.
ball.
He lost?
An impressive shot for
Yeah.
sure, but this wasn't the greatest shot I was talking about because this shot has gotten him into an even bigger trouble. This is the cue ball, and this is the object ball. All 3 other balls are blocking every option Efren had, so attempting a safety play, let alone hitting the object ball, was virtually impossible. But despite the predicament, Efren would proceed to leave his mark by pulling off the greatest shot ever made in the history of billiards.
But wait lang, you cannot move the cue ball like
I don't know.
in another angle. That's how I play. If you know about billiards, let me know in the comments if it's correct to move the white ball or not.
Billiards. The iconic Z shot.
I need to see this again. I'm sorry.
The history of billiards. The iconic Z shot.
Okay. Oh my god.
People were in disbelief, including his opponent. Efren didn't even have the chance to finish the rack because his legendary shot obliterated all the hope that was left in Strickland's body as he proceeded to surrender shortly after that.
No wonder you asked me to do this.
What a finish. And I'm really
This got Efren his 3rd straight championship win in the Sands Regency Open, solidifying his case as one of the greatest pool players to have ever lived. What I like the most about
At
Efren...
the end, he's laughing like, it was just kidding, you know.
Un partido amistoso. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
no money is involved in
Friends,
this.
despite all his success, he remained humble. While some opponents would flex on him,
I'm breaking the balls very well, so that's good for me. I've been playing pool 40 years. I feel like I'm playing perfect. I feel good. I feel very comfortable. It just looks like a one-man show. You know, that's why this game is the toughest game on the planet.
he'd usually just respond with humility.
Well, I feel nervous now because you know I don't know if I'm playing good or I'm playing bad. I need lucky to play.
And then proceeds to give his opponent a high-quality billiard seminar.
Yeah, you like this so far, huh? Yeah, looks pretty good. Good
And after embarrassing them, he'd usually just say this iconic line.
I get lucky too. If you play like this I used before, maybe I don't have a chance. This is too much money for me now.
Oh my god. The amount of money he's making.
Wow.
His career is definitely full of legendary moments, but it would take me hours to show them all. For now, let me just do the honors of flexing his unmatched achievements. The magician Efren Bata Reyes is a winner of over 100 international titles. He's also the first player ever to have won the WPA World Championships in 2 different pool disciplines, namely 8-ball and 9-ball. A 4-time Sands Regency champion, a 13-time Derby City Classic champion, and a 2-time World Cup champion with his partner Django Bustamante. To this day, he has earned the respect of not just his countrymen,
Si paring Efren, hindi ko lang kasangga sa laban. Kasangga ko rin sa buhay. Ating pong kapugayan, si Efren, the Magician Reyes.
but also sports
crying.
legends all over the world.
He's so good. They're really good at pool.
Who?
Filipinos.
Oh, in general.
You see on my wall out there, I have 2 photos of signed photos
of Filipino pool players. Efren Reyes and Francisco Bustamante. Top 10. Efren's probably number 1 ever. Most people.
Imagine if he would have said that I have two signs for one of Efren Reyes and the one of Cesar Morales. And it's the same person.
Agree with that.
The best player, or the player that I really always liked, is Efren Reyes.
I looked up to Efren. Efren Reyes. He's one guy I grew up watching when I was young, you know. He's probably the best pool player I've ever seen and probably lived. And he was like an idol, so Efren.
In basketball, there is FJ. In billiards, there is Efren. In bowling, there is Paeng.
Ang Pinoy bowling legend na si Paeng
Nepomuceno. Oh, I know a Dominican that has that last name, Nepomuceno. He used to work with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to work in the call center together. He was my seatmate.
Bowling title sa buong mundo.
He is a 6-time bowling world champion and Guinness World Record holder, not to mention a global bowling Hall of Famer. He's considered by many as a sports GOAT, greatest of all time.
Wow.
Rafael Paeng Nepomuceno was born and raised in Quezon.
From QC, my city,
City. His dad was a bowling coach, but he first fell in love with the sport of golf, and he was even doing great competitively. On one fateful rainy day, young Paeng forgot to bring his umbrella, so he had to take shelter. And that shelter turned out to be a bowling alley. From then on, he did nothing else but school and bowling. With the help of his dad's coaching, Paeng's potential...
Look at this pose. He's like a ballet dancer.
...was unleashed as he became a Filipino bowling prodigy and became the national champion only at age 17.
Wow.
2 years later, he would join the 1976 Bowling World Cup and upset everybody as he claimed the champion.
I am... how can I say this? I'm so surprised. The dedication you guys have for whatever you do. Or for whatever you try like seriously hard. Like he started bowling out of nowhere, like he was just taking shelter, and suddenly like he's the champion.
He's the prodigy.
Like they really, like Filipinos, they really commit to whatever they're doing. Props to you guys.
Championship at 19 years old, making him a record holder in the Guinness Book of World Records as the youngest world champion ever.
Bagged a double and is now looking for a true sportsman.
Most people thought it was a fluke until Paeng came back 4 years later to bag another World Cup win.
Favor of 23-year-old Paeng Nepomuceno, who holds a strike.
Oh wow.
Very good.
Bowling World Cup
He's
champion,
tall, that's
Paeng
Nepomuceno, Brian.
from the Philippines.
He became famous for his accurate strikes despite having an awkward southpaw bowling arm swing.
Now just have a look at Nepomuceno when he plays here. It looks as though he's off balance, but of course it's an illusion, or it must be.
Yeah. I noticed in the other shot that he was like he was going to fall down, but then the shot was great.
Man, whatever works for you.
And even the narrator was like, "Well, it's not looking great." Oh, whoa! The narrator was like, "Oh, it's not looking great," and then suddenly it's a strike. Like,
man, this looks like an error, but it became his signature. So whatever works for you, just go ahead, roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, seemed to step off his shot on most occasions.
The man literally proved that looks can be deceiving.
Title-winning shot coming up right now. It's on its way, and there it is, all 10. The strike that he was looking for, and the sign of a man who says, "I'm number one." And those fans who've made it all the way here from the Philippines know that they are looking at the world champion for the 3rd time in his career. Paeng Nepomuceno comes through on the wire
Wow,
and steals it in the 10th. Grabowski threw the title away.
Aeng would then go on to continue dominating the sport for a total of 4 decades, as he would win a total of 6 world championships and hold a total of 4 world records, making him the undisputed GOAT in the sport.
Wow.
He carried our flag since day one, making his entire nation proud. But pride never got into his head.
Now listen, you've got the 4th champion, the World Cup title. Are you going to come back for number 5?
I don't know. It all depends on the Lord, because I have to give credit to God.
You're very moved, obviously, and so are we. Congratulations.
Okay.
He was
Oh my God, he's shy. It's true. I mean, he's shy. He's a man of few words.
He's still active in the sport as the only Asian coach to have the USBC gold level certification and continues to hone the skills of the younger generation. But Paeng's generation is just one of a kind, because another phenom was also wreaking havoc in the different department, the world of speed. Lydia Diay de Vega was born and raised in Maykawayan, Bulacan. In her childhood, she rarely became the 8 when playing tag with friends because she was just too fast. This got the attention of the school's athletic coaches, so she got invited to train to compete in the sport of track and field. Lydia's dad was a cop, so he was very strict with her, so she kept her training in secret until her dad started noticing her getting tired more often, which led to him finding out about it. Her tata then gave her a condition that he would only allow her to compete.
But his father is a very good policeman because he investigated.
This is sauce. This is sauce. What's happening? Why are you so tired all the time?
If he coaches her himself. Lydia agreed, so not long after, she started dominating the sport by winning her first 2 gold medals in the 1981 SEA Games in both the 200 and 400 meter dash. This got her qualified to compete in the 1982 Asian Games. This is where the big names compete, including the favorite to win the event, India's well-known speed powerhouse, PT Usha.
Wow. But she left her really.
But our hungry 18-year-old Lydia was unfazed by the pressure.
Which one is Lydia?
At first, Lydia seems to be falling behind in the 5th place right before Usha. But on the 50-meter mark, Lydia shifted gears and went pedal to the metal, pulling off the upset and gaining her first ever Asian Games gold medal at a very young age, dethroning Usha in the process.
Wow, they are so fast. Like their
This
legs
is like
are
a
so
car.
fast.
This is car speed right now. Wow.
Their legs are so fast that you barely see them.
Yeah.
Not only because of the resolution, of course, but like for real, you see that they're going to a really rapid pace. Wow.
But Usha wasn't going down without a fight, because come next year in the Asian Championships, she would win the gold against Lydia, officially forming a rivalry between the 2 fastest women in Asia. Their fans went back and forth about who really was the fastest, but all the debate would be put to an end in the 1986 Asian Games. This win solidified Lydia de Vega's title as Asia's fastest woman. She would then go on to continue her reign until the early 90s, amassing a total of 15 gold medals across different competitions in Asia. To this day, her undeniable speed behind her beautiful smile will always be remembered as an inspiration for many aspiring young athletes.
Aww.
And one of those young athletes is this kid.
Check this out.
Wow.
Gymnastics.
Just so much amplitude, so clean.
If you enjoy anime-like backstories, then look no further than Carlos Adriel Yulo. He was born and raised in Malate, Metro Manila. Their house was close to Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, so he grew up watching Filipino gymnasts training and competing there. So it was only natural for him to take the same path. He trained every day at a very young age, and it paid off as he won most of his competitions in minor leagues. He kept training until he became a teenager despite the country's inferior facilities and minimal athlete support. That's until he met the Japanese gymnastic coach, Munehiro Kugimiya. He was sent to the Philippines by the Japan Gymnastics Association to train overseas athletes with good potential. On Coach Kugimiya's first visit, he immediately noticed the disadvantages of Carlos' training conditions.
休みの日は休みの日だって考えもすごい強いですし、時間にもルーズですし、この時間から始めて
Oh my god!
The culture shock.
Yeah, the culture shock this Japanese is having right now. Like, they are not like the
What?
Japanese that can
They
train
don't-
in the holidays.
They don't train in the holidays. They come late.
They come late. It looks like if you put all of this together, like it looks they are not disciplined, but in the end, you notice that they really dedicate themselves to whatever they're doing, their sport or their craft. It's really like, even if they don't work on holidays, because you don't have to go to an extreme, okay? Calm down.
Yeah, people don't have to like exhaust themselves.
Yeah, you end up hating your sport if you
Yeah.
exert yourself like this.
僕たちみんな開始の時間
It kind of hurts hearing this from a coach, but I cannot disagree because it does happen. Maybe it's the reason why this diving team flopped in the 2015 SEA Games.
Philippine diving team, they're having a rough go at it to start off with. Everything got started with diver John Elmerson from Riga earned a 0 for his routine, which didn't exactly go as planned as he landed on his back. And then his teammate John David Pahoyo followed him up in a similar fashion by not completing the rotation on his dive and going in knee first. So obviously lots of reaction.
That was the special effects, but
The
like,
special effect is
that
making me laugh. Yeah.
That must hurt a lot.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Like you diving in a very high distance, and the pressure that does to your body, like when you dive, that's a lot. So
Now, if this is Filipino who made PINOYS proud, why are we talking about this? You have to...
I guess he has a point.
No. You have to shoot this under the rug. Don't show
They
me
were the
these
literal
images.
Smash Brothers. Anyway, Coach Kugimiya didn't want Carlos' potential to be wasted, so he offered him to train in Japan. Carlos grabbed the opportunity, but he never realized how hard it would become for him. He left his family in the Philippines and started living together with Coach Kugimiya in a small apartment while studying high school at Tokyo University. This is a school where most elite student athletes go. Carlos was only on his second year. He struggled in school because he suddenly had to learn to both read and write in Japanese.
Yeah.
To accelerate his improvement, Carlos' coach required him to write entries in his diary on a daily basis. He studied during the daytime and spent the rest of his free time training with his coach. Our young Carlos obviously got culture shocked, so he started showing some signs of demotivation. He would make mistakes he normally wouldn't and fall down more often than usual. Coach Kugimiya's very strict training approach wasn't helping either.
Focusが going to what? Again, you doing like this, diba? The going to big injury if you don't do that there. また考えないでやってんの? Without thinking. Don't just training.
Carlos' diary entries never talked about
I'm sorry, but the way that he just like stares because he's
I don't
been
understand what you're
reprimanded.
talking to me.
He's been reprimanded again.
No, I think he doesn't understand well still, and then the Japanese person is just speaking straight Japanese to him. Like, what is he?
about
He
his
sounds
feelings,
mad,
so
but
Coach
what is he
Kugimiya
talking
had no clue about what to do with him anymore. It was so bad that there was a point when Carlos told him that he wanted to quit.
Lumapit po ako sa coach ko, naiyak po ako. Sabi ko na, matipid na ako coach.
The coach was at his wit's end, so he decided to pull off one more trick to motivate Carlos. He brought him to an all-Japan national gymnastics competition. Coach Kugimiya was one of the judges there, and one of the competitors is Japan's Olympic gold medalist, Kenzo Shirai. This guy is considered as one of the greatest young gymnasts of today.
Reigning floor champion Shirai put in a reigning champion performance on the floor. His 16.133 helping Japan secure gold for the first time since 2004.
He holds 2 Guinness World Records as the youngest gymnast to ever win a gold medal on a world stage at 17, and the only human being to have pulled off a salto backward stretch with quadruple twist, or known today as the shirai.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah. When you do
There's a jump on his name.
yeah, when you invent something, they name it as your last name. Yeah, I follow a gymnast on YouTube that he just invented a move in the parallel bars, and it's gonna be called the Gunther if they approve it. So yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
Yes, it was named after him along with 5 other great moves he invented himself. The dude was an absolute genius.
Wait.
Along with 5 other great moves.
Shirai, king bolt. Shira, 2 volts. Shira, 3 volts.
Shirai,
Shirai, 9 floor. Shirai, 2 floor, and Shirai, 3 floor.
There you go.
He invented himself. The dude was an absolute genius. He rightfully earned the nickname Mr. Twister, and I'm not even surprised about it. Watching Kenzo perform and win seemed to have made Carlos uneasy. He might have just realized that he still had a long way to go. But in that day's diary entry, he never talked about quitting. Instead, he wrote about his admiration for Kenzo's talent. He started writing about his feelings, which was kind of unusual for him. The next day, he showed up early in the gym and wrote his own training plan without being told by his coach.
Wow.
He seemed to have found a new source of motivation. Later
Wow.
that year,
How can you
Carlos
just
competed in the
jump from one
2018
to
World
the other?
Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Doha, Qatar. And
Yay,
guess what?
Doha.
One of his opponents was Mr. Twister himself,
Ay,
Kenzo
padre.
Shirai.
It's too soon, please.
Please. I
He
don't
performed
know.
first and of course lived up to his nickname.
The reigning world champion on this apparatus from Japan, Kenzo Shirai.
Oh my
And the
god.
triple twisting double tuck to start.
And the twists were so close to the floor.
Like, how can you?
He suspended himself
I
without
like-
gravity. What's happening?
I'm like gagging because like he's making moves that I didn't think you were possible,
yeah.
for a human being to do. It's amazing.
That's insane for sure.
Oh my god.
He twists so quickly.
It reminds me of these dolls that we had that you had like to pull them and they go like it's like this. It's like but it's a person.
The Sky Dancer. That's the name of the doll. Sky Dancer.
It's like a person and nobody's pulling him. He's pulling himself. Oh my god.
2.5 back, 2.5 front.
Oh my
And
god.
that's a quadruple twisting somersault. Deep breath. Focus on the task at hand. 3.5 twists. Followed by the full twisting front. So difficult. And a triple twist to finish. You have time to spare. That was Kenzo Shirai.
Such a terrifying way to establish immense pressure. They can only imagine what Carlos was feeling at that moment.
Of
because
course.
He's the next one to perform.
And he was the next one right after him. I don't know. I know that this is about Filipino who are great, but like the way that the narrator is hyping up the Japanese guy, I feel like
Carlos is not going anywhere.
well, let's have faith.
Moment for this youngster, Carlo Yudlo from
He's
Philippines,
cute.
just 18 years of age, his first year as a senior.
Wow.
Small gymnast, but he packs a punch.
The announcer said that because Carlos only stands at 4'11". While Kenzo is known for his twists, Carlos shines with his power and elevation.
Oh! Double pike half. Beautiful fight.
Just take a look at that height. Dude is literally a living trampoline.
So that's why he was training earlier, like
Yeah, I don't
really
know how
high
he can
jumps.
jump like this.
this type of mats, they do have resortes, but it's not like if you jump in there, you're gonna go to the
It's
ceiling.
not a trampoline.
Exactly.
Just holding it together there on the combination.
And he has such a strong
3.5
legs.
half.
Ooh,
That was
ooh.
lovely.
Ooh, wow.
He landed
In the air.
beautifully.
Fast in the twist. Now the arms coming out to show control. Full twisting front, double twisting front.
Oh my God.
Excellent awareness.
You can do
Quick
this.
glance at the scoreboard. How much time has he got? He's
How he runs, and it looks like the legs are doing this. Did you notice? Look.
Quick glance at the scoreboard. How much
It's
time
like
has he got? He's
this.
got this 10 seconds. That's no penalty for time. That's a triple twist to finish. He's clenching the floor with his toes.
Oh wow!
Oh,
the
the
Japanese guy was...
He likes it. Oh my God. If he
Wow.
saw this clip, which of course he did, he'll be like, oh, my idol was clapping at my performance.
Yeah, my idol was impressed with what I did.
What a talent this young man is.
How many points? I need to know. The
What a
points.
talent this young man is.
No, they
They
didn't
didn't-
show. I need
Clenching
to
the floor
know.
with his toes. What a talent this young man is.
Please, the point. The
The
score.
score coming in 14.6. He moves
Oh, that's very close. That's very close.
Wow. They are just literally point
Point
two
two difference.
away from the champion.
into the
of
silver
World Cup.
medal position.
Carlos' effort apparently wasn't enough, and his silver medal would then become bronze because Russia's Artur Dalaloyan would beat Kenzo's score, dethroning him in the process.
Oh, wow. Russians, man.
Straight front.
Did you
pike
see that
front.
landing?
Lovely
Grabe. It's a robot. It's a machine.
Double twisting, double tuck.
Wow.
There's lovely style in his movement.
Wow.
2.5 twist, double twisting front. Locking the feet together.
No, pero.
Oh my God, and like wow, people like this really exist.
Carlos' bronze medal finish wasn't perfect for sure, but it still made him the first Filipino and Southeast Asian gymnast to have ever won a medal.
Wow, he's really
tiny.
tiny. Oh my God, that's adorable.
Cute.
Super cute. Wow.
Stage. He kept competing and training after the event until it was time for another shot the following year. The 2019 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Stuttgart, Germany. Kenzo Shirai didn't make it to the competition because of an ankle injury. But the guy who beat them, Artur Dalaloyan, was there. But surprisingly, he was a non-factor in the competition as he only finished 4th.
However, we still have Artur Dalaloyan to go. He's got a pretty good record at the World Championship.
Oh, but there he lost his form slightly.
The guy who became a problem though was Israel's Artem Dolgopyan.
Powerful, powerful tumbler.
Wow, he's having a score of 15 in something already.
Look at that. Starts with a handspring double front with 1.5 twist. You don't see many
Wow.
of those. And again.
The elevation is so high.
Oh, fantastic work from Artem Dolgopyan.
He showcased a balance of power and technique, which gave him a score that is high enough to warrant an early celebration from the
15.2.
crowd and his team, because it was even higher than the score of last year's reigning champion. But you guys might have already heard of the saying, never count a Filipino out.
Now then, one of this gentleman, Carlos Yulo of the Philippines, the bronze medalist on this apparatus.
Taking his turn, Carlos Yulo braces himself before flight. To bag the gold, he needs to apply everything he has learned up to this point.
Still just 19 years of age.
Oh my
Look
God.
at the flight in that. Full twisting, double straight. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the acceleration. Oh, double pike half, kicking out. And twisting so quickly.
Wow.
The youngster from the Philippines.
Oh my
Looking
God.
good so far.
How many?
That was like 3.
Rising to the occasion.
2.5.
So fast in the twist. That was just a double twist there. happens so quickly.
Yeah, it's really fast.
And
Three?
a triple twist to
Yeah.
finish off.
Oh my
from
God.
Cashual Chuck.
Looking at Artem's face feels like he's about to pass out. And when the score gets revealed,
Okay, the subtitle like, oh, I'm so, but like he's like,
No, he's like, well. And then 15.3. It's 0.1
It's Yulo.
different.
15.3 for Carlos Yulo. He's gone into the lead. He already made history a year ago. He might just win. Absolutely unprecedented goal for the Philippines.
oh, the coach.
What a moment for him and what a moment for the Philippines.
and just like that, Carlo Yulo won the first ever gold medal for the Philippines in artistic girls gymnastics.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor to the winner, the national anthem.
I can't believe he was going to give up.
It happens all the time. You know?
Like he literally told his coach, I am going to quit. I don't want to continue
It was
doing
hard
this.
for him because he was separated from his home country and everything he knew, and then inserted in a different society with different ways, different language. Like it was
Different culture
hard.
in general.
And then there was a big expectations for him. So I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Philippines.
Oh, the national anthem.
Efren was
Efren.
there.
Wow. Sorry, we had to mute the national anthem in some parts.
Oh,
but everybody was there.
But they were all there together. Where is Lydia? I think it's her the only one that is not there, right?
I think they were not there. I think it was just the editing, like showing the different athletes that.
All right, got it.
Oh,
she passed away.
What a ride this video has been.
Past this
Imagine if Carlos really quit back then. None of this would have ever happened.
Yeah.
This is why he was always very grateful to his coach.
Wala po ako ngayon dito sa harap niyo kung hindi po dahil din sa kanya.
So what did we learn from their stories? For me, it's their
Never
unrelenting
give up.
guts and determination. They did not win just because they are Filipinos. They won because they put in the work. They went through loss, pain, and insurmountable obstacles. They had the choice to make those things become the reason for their failure. But instead, they made it become the reason for their success. And that's what makes them Filipino. So what about you? Are you here to just listen to Filipino success stories? Or decide to become the story?
I really have not much to say about this because I expressed all my thoughts during the video already about how you guys never give up, and even if you try to give up, you don't actually give up, and then how you guys are so dedicated to your craft.
There's a key word, determination.
It's a lot of
Determination will take you to better places. It's true.
Yeah.
I definitely, like, after watching these videos, I definitely feel more motivated to follow my dreams and to work hard for what I want to accomplish here in the Philippines.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have a lot to learn from you guys. So, well, thanks for is it Chuck who produced these documentaries,
and thank you guys for
suggesting
recommending
these
these
videos, and thanks to our patrons and members.
Yay!
Thank you so much to our patrons Velky, Emilio, Val Mike, Val Jung, Pogi Pinoy, Tita Weng, Fred Gabriel, David Sanz, and Andrew Chica. Also, a huge shout out to our certified and verified soul lunatics, especially Cherry Flor, Janice, Kenny Hughes, Brian Cabusora, Klenjen, Eggy, AJ Primicias, Tish21, Yokagi-san, Estelberry Jen, V Halia, Gabe, WV, Roalf, Sherbon, Don Rotopuso, Emilio Taveras, Luna Esqueloque, Pinoy OFW Adventure, Jumberm MZPH, Sixman, Sigma, Archie and Fala la 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 la.
And now watch
This video that appears right here, recommended by YouTube's algorithm especially for you. So click on right now.